Hello and welcome to our video. My name is John Watts. I'm a foreclosure defense attorney in Alabama. And the question that I want us to think about is, what if you're getting advertisement letters from lawyers, bankruptcy lawyers, other lawyers, or companies claiming that they can stop the foreclosure? Should you ignore those letters? Should you just throw them away, or should you do something with them? Well, I'll suggest to you that you need to take those very seriously. Most likely, not 100%, but most likely those letters are being sent to you because there's a public record out there that says, hey, you are being foreclosed on December 15 or February 8th or whatever it might be. And so people are writing to you saying, hey, look, I have a service I can offer you to help you. So whether you use any of those letters or not, and we'll talk about that in a second, but the fact that you get those letters, that ought to be a warning sign to say, wait a minute, maybe I am facing foreclosure. We have seen people who they had no clue that they were about to be foreclosed. Then they get a letter in the mail, they go, seriously? And they get to looking, and sure enough, they are being foreclosed on. Now, sometimes that's because you have one spouse handling all the bills and finances, and they don't tell their husband or their wife, oh yeah, we haven't made a mortgage payment in 6 months. Sometimes it's they're not receiving their mail, so they don't know from the mortgage company that payments have been sent back or that there is a foreclosure set. And so if you get these letters, here's the worst thing that can happen, is you get it and it turns out it's in error. Or maybe that's the best thing that could happen. It turns out you're really not facing foreclosure. Okay, so it costs you a little bit of time. But if you get the letter, whether you know or don't know you're facing foreclosure, and you study it, you research it, and yes, you are being foreclosed in 7 days or 14 days, well, what do? Well, you'll get a bunch of letters from bankruptcy attorneys. They'll say, hey, we can stop your foreclosure with a bankruptcy. That's true in a sense, but, and we talk about this in other videos and articles, I think for 99% of people facing a foreclosure, bankruptcy is a terrible idea. There are much better ways to do this. So you can certainly talk to bankruptcy lawyers sending you letters, and you can research that, but just understand that there can be better ways to stop this. Well, what about the out-of-state law firm, loan modification company, mortgage audit company that says, hey, we can stop the foreclosure? Well, you can call them. Here's a question I would ask. I get them on the phone and say, how will you stop the foreclosure? I go, oh, well, see, we're going to prepare this audit and show the mortgage company all the bad things they did in the original loan documents. It's meaningless. It's worthless. Or they go, well, we're going to call the mortgage company and we have inside connections and we can stop that foreclosure. Oh, okay, how are you going to do that? They go, well, see, I don't want you to open up any letters from the mortgage company. Don't return any of their phone calls. You just leave it all up to us and we'll stop it. You can do whatever you want. I'd be very skeptical of that, okay? Because if you have a foreclosure date set and there's some law firm in Florida or California has no licensed Alabama lawyer, and if they do say they have a licensed Alabama lawyer, you say, I want to talk to that lawyer, directly to the lawyer. They tend to not want you to do that. But they can't stop the foreclosure. We get so many people that have spent $5,000, $10,000 on some out-of-state company, and then the foreclosure happens. Then when they're calling that out-of-state company, they can't get an answer, or the company says, hey, look, we don't have a lawyer in Alabama. You're on your own. Good luck. Okay? But here's the ultimate solution. If you can't stop the foreclosure otherwise, usually your mortgage allows you to sue before a foreclosure. Normally it's in about paragraph 22, maybe paragraph 19 of your mortgage, and that allows you to stop the foreclosure by having a judge look at the situation. Because if you don't do that, it's what we call a non-judicial foreclosure. No judge is involved, just a guy standing at the front steps of the courthouse and he reads off the foreclosure. Boom, your house is sold. You've lost ownership of it. So again, take these letters very seriously. Check out who's writing you. Do your due diligence on it. But I would say for bankruptcy letters, maybe you're that very rare exception that bankruptcy would be great. If you are, then wonderful. Talk to those guys. If it's some out-of-state company or they're not a law firm and they're talking about loan audit or or a loan modification, we can make the I would be incredibly skeptical of that. But if you get a letter from somebody saying, hey, look, we can stop the foreclosure, then check it out. And if you're in Alabama, and that's who this video is for, give us a call, 205-879-2447, or you can reach us at alabamaconsumer.com. We have a ton of videos, articles about foreclosures, how to stop foreclosures. Look at those. Do your due diligence on us. If you want examples of court cases, we can give you tons of examples of court cases. But we'll be glad to help you in any way we can. The main way is we help you see your options. Should you do this? Should you do that? Should you take this other approach? What are the costs, the benefits, the pros, the cons of any choice you make? And what's the cost of it? Does it make sense for you to do? We have people sometimes say, hey, I want you to stop a foreclosure. And we look at situations and say, I just don't see how this is in your best interest. You owe $900,000 on a house worth $500,000. Yes, I could stop the foreclosure, but is that in your best interest? Because there may be a better approach to do that. So every situation is different. We'll be glad to chat with you. 205-879-2447 or alabamaconsumer.com. Thanks for watching this video and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.